Upper Tier Podcast. It's Tuesday. It's Pro Wrestling Weekly. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell notification button. Drop a like on the video. And if I don't see those likes going up tonight, there's going to be problems in the chat, just like last week. I am back in the house and seat because by popular demand, apparently. Welcome, Ed, back to the podcast with a bang. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Thanks for getting me back, lads. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Pleasure to have you back. Sean Mack is in there looking a little bit aged this week, pointing at you all. But how are we, Sean?
I didn't sleep very well, not looking myself. But no, I'm doing okay. Looking forward to my triumphant return. It's been a little bit since I was on. Looking forward to getting back into it with a packed show.
Awesome. And of course, my brother from another mother, Bren, how are we?
I'm excited. Do you know what? I'm more excited about this than I was watching Raw. You know what I mean? Great to see Ed bleeding deadly to kind of half see Sean. We don't know what Keith and Dave are at. We do, but
every so often it becomes pro wrestling therapy, not pro wrestling weekly. So this could be one of those nights there. I say, excuse me if you've heard me belching. I'm not feeling too well at the moment. Into the chat, Anto's in there. Big up, Anto. Hope you are good. As he said, smash the likes, you pox bottles. There we go. Sharon's in as well. Big up, Sharon. Hope you are good. Keith will be coming in now in a minute. And Dave Kelly is in the house as well. And Layla. Hope you are all good, folks. Layla, what's up? Hope you're good. There we go. So we kick
Layla.
And look down through the rest of these. Who else is in there? Welcome back, Ed from Anto. There we go. And Dar is in as well. Big up there. Good evening, lads. All good. It's okay. It's okay, Sean Mack. Sean Reigns nowhere to be seen after WrestleMania season.
And you may have to keep looking for him, I'm afraid.
He was in, evening lads, just look great. Is that the same Ed Lindsay that had a relationship?
It was quite we'll keep that one quiet. Yeah.
Did a stint in motion picture apparently as well in the green. That's the rumor. Evening lads, what's the crack? Big up, Baz. Hope you're good, brother. Right, let's get into this. Let's start. Quick look back at Backlash. Ed, you're back on. Give us your thoughts on Backlash.
I enjoyed it for the most. I actually honestly thought Rollins, the opening match was fantastic. I really enjoyed that match. It was Seth Rollins that was firing on all cylinders, I thought, you know what I mean? He was really good, putting over the young talent as well, you know what I mean? Not that Breaker really needs to be put over by himself, but I thought it was a fantastic match. The main event didn't blow my mind, but it didn't let me down either, you know what I mean? Like it was a decent main event. Decent main event is the way I'd say it, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you can tell they're building more. It's going to be another civil war kind of story again. Do you know what I mean? And then the thing I was looking forward to the most was John Cena's announcement. I in my heart of hearts thought he's going to announce like WrestleMania in Ireland or London or something like that. But the John Cena, I actually look forward to that. You know, I think that's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to the title as well. You know.
Nothing else, no.
No, I'll leave it
there. Backlash.
Look, come here. I had to rewatch a couple of sections of Backlash as well because I came off a SmackDown show where I was still seething about the gingerbread man. So any silliness that happened that evening, I just wasn't taking it at all. So I'll just say, look, I think you're bang on, Ed. Seth Rollins was a diamond in the opening match. Braun Breaker outstanding. I think the comparisons to there's a lot of comparisons online. Seth Rollins, they're showing the spots with that Will Ospreay fellow. There's no comparison. The star power is miles apart, and I like Will Ospreay, but the star power is miles apart. So IWC, don't you dare do that again because that is ridiculous. Look, the whole Trick Williams retaining the US title, yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought that. Look, I'll just say the wrestling all night was solid. I thought Io Sky and Asuka was deadly. Reigns was absolutely sensational. The announcement. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I'm Bren John Cena Reed. I am C Nation till I die since day one. However, oh my God, if you look like that announcement broke my heart, Ed. Ed, I know you're a Cena guy as well. I know you are. That announcement broke my heart for a few different reasons. what they're doing is just, it's kind of like X Factor for wrestling. That's what it is. You basically wrestle and then people vote. Even if you lose the match, people vote for your grit. So what are you fighting for? Where, where's what's the real stakes? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, it's a bit wishy-washy to me. I personally don't like it. Now, look, Ed, I hope I'm watching it because here, guess what? Who has two thumbs? I'm gonna tune in. This guy. I will be tuning in and I will be watching it. But boy Jesus, I mean, I don't think they know what they're doing yet. So look, Noel, you hit the nail on the head. I thought Backlash was a glorified SmackDown, but it's everything a SmackDown should be in terms of wrestling. Fucking beautiful wrestling. Loved it. Had a great time. And look, last thing I'll say is the Danhausen thing. I wasn't in the mood for it at all. And if you watch the watch along, I'm like, no, I'm not bleeding having it. So I watched it again and I had a fucking blast. It was actually really good. And I'm so happy for Danhausen. I really am. And the little people as well. That was deadly. Was I expecting somebody else? Absolutely. So I came on this stream and I was like, it's Shane McMahon in my head. I'm like, it's Shane McMahon. Can't wait. Here comes the money. Nope. We got the small people instead. It was very, very good. And I've offended Niall. So, and he's back.
Sean
so
Max.
yeah, look. There you go.
Yeah, no, I thought Backlash was a pretty solid show. Thought the standard was pretty good all throughout. I don't think it was ever totally low, although I don't think there was really anything that totally blew me away on this show. Braun Breaker and Seth, I thought was a brilliant opener. I think Braun Breaker beating Seth was a shock, but if you really want to put over Braun Breaker and put over the Vision as still being anywhere remotely dominant or important than how they were perceived, I think having Breaker go over in the way he did was the right decision. Trick beating Sami Zayn was also a good match. Isn't it amazing how when you just have two good wrestlers and you let the two good wrestlers have a good match without any gingerbread men or any bollocks like that, they can do really well. And I think this was a much better match than the match they had at WrestleMania. Now, Danhausen and El Torito against Kit Wilson and The Miz, I'll be honest, I heard some rumors going into this that Danhausen's mystery partner was going to be none other than our mortal enemy, a man who's not welcome on this show, Jelly Roll. So I was very, very concerned that that was what was going to happen. But I was very glad it wasn't. I thought El Torito. It was actually. Did you know that, boys? It was El Torito from what was her name? The
Primo.
Matador. El Matador. Yeah, and he's actually
No
really, really
way.
good. And I think it's a testament.
Oh,
Get out.
damn.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Legend.
God, where oh, for fuck's sake. Throw me off for a Jelly Roll t-shirt. Looks like something you get on the
Now have
Great
me to
Chicken
get the
Concert.
Travis Scott one out as well.
Oh,
Don't you dare.
oh no, dearie me. God, I think I
Somebody
can come back to
save
the
him.
pod and have a lovely episode. No, apparently not. But no, I think it's a testament to El Torito how when he came out, the crowd booed him, but then he totally had them on his side. Outtakes Jim. Yes. Oh my god, they're so funny. I can't even imagine ever doing an ad or something with Jim Bone. Man can't follow a script to save his life. Same way same way Triple H can't book a decent episode of Raw to save his life. But no, a really, really funny match, a genuinely entertaining comedy match in WWE, which I never thought would have happened. Io Sky and Asuka was a pretty good match as well. Jelly Roll, I actually like. Yeah, I like him as well when he's not on my screen or in my ears. So you do you, feel your boots. Io Sky and Asuka was good. Pity about Asuka. Hopefully it's nothing too permanent. The John Cena Classic. I think we'll have to wait for more info to come out. Initially, I perceived it as kind of like Cyber Sunday, where the fans would, vote and pick people. And that sounds like a good idea. And I think especially because social media has evolved so much and is such a prominent part of everyone's lives, I'm kind of amazed they never did a show like that. But unfortunately, the WWE do that. They want something, the fans vote for something else, and then they oppress the fans and say, no, we're going to do our thing. So it kind of renders it pointless. But we'll have to see. I love John Cena. Great that he's still being used and being around. If I didn't have a Jim Bowen photo, I'd have a John Cena photo. Absolutely love the man. And a cool announcement. I think some young talent will definitely take advantage of that. And then Roman retaining the world title. Who's meant to be the babyface here? Because they say it's Roman, and the way he wrestled, including the finish, led me to believe that he was not a babyface. whatsoever, and he had to pull out a lot of the old tribal chief tricks. It was great. No, the Danhausen match was great. What are you on about? Of course, it's
I think
Liverpool.
I think people generally felt it just went on a bit too long, maybe.
Okay, maybe I can give you that. But come on, El Chorito making his return. And the 400 mini Danhausens. I mean, just amazing. Roman and Fatu, yeah, it was okay. Didn't expect Fatu to win, but I didn't like the finish, to be honest. But I did like how Fatu destroyed everyone after because it put him over in defeat. It doesn't feel like a huge loss to him and a huge blimp on his record. So we will have to see where that goes. But otherwise, I thought it was a pretty good show. You know, there's always a bit of a lull straight after Mania, especially if Mania was shit like it was this year. So hopefully it can improve from here on out.
Keith?
Yeah, a lot of everyone's saying spot on, to be honest with you. Solid pay-per-view, I thought. I thought the best match of the night was Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. I thought they did a fabulous job. The Trick Williams and Sami Zayn, I just hope this is the ending of it, to be quite honest. I said this to Bryn on SmackDown. But to be honest, like I enjoyed the Danhausen stuff. I thought it was a good little segue, to be honest. I know it went on a bit too long, but still good. The whole John Cena thing, look, I just think it's a pile of shit, to be quite honest with you, what he announced. I just think it's absolute wank. I just have no interest in with it, you know. But no, like the main event was good. I enjoyed it. I've always wanted to see those two wrestle each other, Jacob and Roman. I'm glad that they're still doing it, to be honest with you, because I didn't know if they're going to continue on with it. But overall, solid show. I gave it around 7, 8 out of 10, to be honest.
Yeah. You were never going to say EO and Asuka was match of the night anyway, were you?
Hell no.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah, I thought it was.
No, it's a good match.
It kind of felt like it kind of did feel like a kind of a drummed up kind of SmackDown, except you probably get more wrestling on an episode of SmackDown than you did on this. You know, it kind of felt like it was maybe missing maybe one more match or something like that. In terms of the length of it and stuff like that and all. And I think, like, if you're going to charge people PLE prices and you're going to call it PLE, you got to make more of an effort in terms of the entrances and in terms of the level of product you're putting in there. You know what I mean? Like, if you're offering up 5, 6, 7 matches on a SmackDown or on a Raw, you got to do a bit better on a PLE, don't you, really, in fairness?
Like, no, more than likely Saturday night's main event's going to be 4 matches, isn't it?
Yeah, but Saturday night's main event is always a much shorter show, and people are aware of that. You know, so I just think with the monthly PLEs, I think they need to put in a little bit more effort. I mean, we said it right at the top of the watch along, if you remember, when we seen the entrance going. This is a glorified episode of SmackDown. You know, except it has talent on it and not too many SmackDown people on it, so it was good from that point of view.
But wasn't there still more wrestling on Backlash than there was on both nights of WrestleMania? That's astounding. If that's
true. That's untrue because not the second night. Definitely not the second night.
Okay, all right.
Well, you can't. I mean, the second night of WrestleMania was 3.5, 4 hours, wasn't it? So Backlash
nearly like 4 hours, I think.
4 hours. Yeah. So there couldn't have been. In theory, there couldn't have been.
No, then what I read was bollocks. It's my own fault.
Yeah.
Probably
whoever you're reading that from, they're talking on. So evening, lads. Big up, Dan. Hope you're good. Keith, what was wrong with EO and Asuka? Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just references Braun and Seth. I think EO and Asuka was phenomenal. That match of the Backlash EOs with them Braun Seth. Yeah, absolutely. Not far off of bonkers. Absolutely. Sharon's in. Dave is what's he saying? Dave is salty that his girls are both gone. Kabuki Warriors. It's okay. It's okay. If you're missing them, you're missing them. Yeah, I suppose the two big talking points that came out of it, you know, John Cena once again leading us down the garden path with a fake announcement, building us up to something that's absolutely monumental, and then delivering us what I believe is just lazy creative for the next month or two. It's just these tournaments are bullshit. This tournament for his final opponent was bullshit. These open challenges are bullshit. We're going to get talking about that in Raw. Don't worry about that because this is fucking nonsense. And I predicted this. I said it and I called it and no one wanted to listen. So we are going to get into it. WrestleMania, 4 hours. 3 hours reviews, 1 hour wrestling. The hate's real. The hate's
What do you
real.
mean?
Yeah. He's trying to say there was 3 hours of the Hogan documentaries advertisements on 1 hour of wrestling.
There's a Hogan documentary.
There is.
Keep it alive, Layla.
No.
Probably,
Wouldn't know.
Layla, don't do it. Don't let them drag you in like that. Right. The 2 real talking points that came out of it, obviously, as I said, Asuka, did she retire? Did she not retire? Lots of stuff going on that she had to deal with something personally that she wanted to deal with back in Japan. Others were saying that she was extremely disappointed and pissed off over Kairi Sane being let go and not getting the backlash kickback basically from a storyline that seems like it's been going on about 4 or 5 months at this stage, not ending. And the fact that she's 44 as well, or whatever it is, and she's getting up there in years, but she's also involved in a number of businesses outside of WWE. She does a lot for Nintendo Switch and a lot for Xbox Magazine and lots of other stuff, and she's involved in a number of businesses as well. So I'm sure that draws on her time as well. So whatever it is, we wish her well. If it's a health issue, best of luck with it. We hope it's all okay. We look forward to seeing you back. She's absolutely outstanding. She's an absolute in Hall of Famer without a shadow of a doubt. Her record stands up to anyone in the business. And me personally, I had the privilege of being in the stadium when she won the first ever women's Royal Rumble in Philly in the Wells Fargo. It was absolutely outstanding. And what a great winner she was. Her work in NXT is second to none. Her character development throughout the years has been amazing, to say the least. And we often talk about how WWE more often than not gets it wrong with these Japanese imports, these wrestlers. They just don't know how to sell them to the audience and how to put them across. But in terms of aspect, she absolutely broke the mold in terms of that. It's absolutely phenomenal. What a wrestler and what a performer. So we wish her well, whatever she does, and we hope to see her back on our screens. Wrestling in the not too distant future. Bring back Brawl for All.
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
Fuck yeah.
What do we make? I'll skip the Asuka one because obviously we've gone into it and stuff like that, and we spoke about it. What do we make of this John Cena classic? I know you boys are on here as a John Cena guys. I'm a John Cena guy as well, but this is kind of hokey bullshit, really, isn't it?
I just don't get it. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who come up with it. I don't believe it. John Cena sat down with a pen and paper and said, "Do you know what? This is the idea I'm going to move forward with." I think this is just, as you brilliantly put it, it's lazy creative. They need John Cena. When John Cena left, there was a massive, big hole in WWE, and they can feel it. And I just think they're just trying to utilize whatever star power he has left. That's it. And I think it's poxy. And this, like I said earlier on, it's like fucking X Factor. Go on.
Did they say how long this is going to be on for? Like, is it going to be like a month's thing, or
It's a yearly thing, did he not say?
is it a yearly thing? Is it?
It's probably a yearly thing, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I'd say they'll drag this shit out of SummerSlam, probably culminate at SummerSlam or something, will it?
But it's just terrible. And Niall, is that the real belt, or is that just AI?
No, that's something I seen today, so I just said I'd flash it up there. I think the belt looks cool, actually.
I don't know, but look either way, as a John Cena fan, I'm not a fan of it. Ed, you mentioned that you liked it, is it just is a wait and see kind of deal?
Well, do you know what? I do like the idea. I personally enjoyed the John Cena farewell tour and all those challenges and stuff. I love seeing all it was just kind of like you saw Zach fucking Jobber come back there and all. You know what I mean? It was great to see, but I do agree with what Niall's saying. The lazy creative, absolutely. Now, one thing I didn't really kind of grasp, because when I was watching, and then I realized when you said it, Bren, it is kind of like, yeah, this guy could be have a great match. He wins the match, and it could be a triple threat, and it could be just the WWE crowd being the fuckers that we can be, voting for the worst person there just to annoy them. 100%. Do you know what I mean? So 100%. That is a good city, but I personally, I'm looking forward to it, and I just think it is because it is John Cena. For me personally, it's a John Cena thing. John Cena is still not gone, and like you say, maybe just milking John Cena. The character.
Is this just a way to fill Raw matches, just to be lazy? That's my only concern.
I think so as well. And look, like, we're going to get Jedward type things. You know what I mean? Jedward got into the X Factor top 10 as an example. And this is because of the likes of voting and stuff like that. That's the quality we're going to be getting. We're going to be getting Jedward quality stuff. And it's not good. I don't mean to make the comparison. Actually, that was a stupid comparison.
Yeah, Jedward kick ass. What are you on about? Heathen.
Here, fuck off.
You're right, though. People who troll for the sake of trolling, Bren. You're right, though.
100%.
Yeah,
Sure, look what they did with Cody. Look what they did with Cody on YouTube. Somebody bought thousands of dislikes against Cody, and we all know that wasn't real.
That was
Anyway,
Keith.
sorry.
We actually know it was
Was
real
it?
because YouTube didn't take it down.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was real.
I'm
You're
not
gonna have
going
to
to
get
let the
over
facts get in the way of a good story. Come on. Sorry.
That's okay then. Right, General Dave, thoughts on the John Cena Classic?
It's stupid. It's absolutely, positively one of the worst things they've come out with in a long time. And I say that because the title means nothing. It's named after John Cena. It's a John Cena title. If you win the match, you cannot win the belt. There's a chance you won't win the belt. I think it's absolutely, it's just pointless. What is the point of this tournament? It just sounds ridiculous to me. Like, it's stupid.
You do look like older versions of Jedward, to be fair, lads.
Hey, don't
John and who's
call
Edward?
me Jedward now.
But yeah, that's my
They
thoughts on
don't.
tournament. I
I hear
really
they don't.
don't.
Go on.
Like, how can you have a tournament and a title named after a superstar? It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, you can have the Dusty Rhodes Classic, which is a tournament, a tag team tournament, right? I get that. That makes sense. It's a memorial to late Dusty Rhodes, who worked all these talent in NXT. Makes sense to have it in NXT. So, but I mean, the John Cena tournament of, you can win the title without even winning a match.
It makes
You
no
could
sense.
lose 5 in a row, and the people are like, yeah, but I like him.
It makes
Or
no
we
sense.
hate him. Let's throw the votes in. He's got to be champion. You don't actually like him. It's just for the shits and gigs. Like,
It's like Taboo Tuesday all over again.
yeah, but the problem with Taboo Tuesday was they weren't actually, people were voting, but it wasn't actually impacting that we know of.
In
Anyways.
theory, it could be the first non-title match in the history of the company.
It's a good
Jesus.
point. Yeah. You can have
can
two
actually-
losers.
you can actually stand
You can have
there.
2 losers going in for the title.
This is mental kind of stuff, really, isn't it? Like, this is like we know they're hokey with their voting as well. Like, we know what happened with Cyber Sunday and Taboo Tuesday and all. Like, votes, just people were silly, So it'll be weird the way it all kind of pans out. Listen, we move on to Raw anyway. Yeah, we chat about Raw. Dave, you start and then you can go around the table, folks. I'll be back to you in 2 seconds, right?
No bother. I quite enjoyed Raw this week. And the reason I gave it an 8 out of 10, I was chatting to Keith about it earlier, was I actually really, really enjoyed the matches this week. I thought they were absolutely fantastic matches this week. I don't know if there was a bad one, bar we wouldn't call Obafemi a match, but I genuinely think every match was spot on this week. Rusev and Javon Evans, great match, and the stuff before it with Penta and Ethan Page, the build-up was cracking. Io Sky against Sol Ruka, need I say more? And I just think the El Grande Americano, Dominic Mysterio stuff, again, the story progression there was really good. I'm actually now looking forward to the mask versus mask match. It's drawn me into that. And then, you've got Fatu and Reigns and the Usos. I absolutely love that they're doing more on-camera work with this new bloodline story, because it's so easy for people to go, oh, here we go again with the fucking bloodline, and here we go, they've done it all before. But I love how they're doing it, because they're not doing it like they done the first one. Roman's still there, Jacob's, the renegade, the one coming after the head of the table, but the Usos are kind of split, and I like that. I don't know how the Civil War thing's going to pan out, but overall, I think, the Raw this week was one of the rare ones where I say, yeah, pretty solid start to finish.
Ed, what did you think?
I would agree. I only watched Raw just before I came on today, so I enjoyed it. Sol Ruka, Io Sky, I thought was a fantastic match, but again, as you said, Dave, we kind of knew that was going to happen anyway. I mean, Sol Ruka is gold. She is going to be better than most, I'd imagine. And then I actually loved the Mysterio and El Grande Americano. I thought that was great. I thought the finish was brilliant as well. I mean, that was just good wrestling. That was really just good wrestling. But and then with Roman Reigns and Fatu, I agree. It is. I don't. It's going to be a civil war again, as I said that already. You can see that's coming. I don't know how they'll do it, but I don't know. I
think
kind of like to
Silva
see
too
something
might come
moving
in.
on than a kind of combustion of the bloodline. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I also as well. It was the home of Kane. It was in Knoxville, one of
That's
the
right,
greatest mayors of
yeah.
all time. Yeah.
No, he's the
Sean
mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
But it's his hometown as well.
Aw,
They said. They said
take it
hometown.
easy. Bloody pedantic Pat down there south. Sean Mack, talk to me.
See No Evil's the best WB Studios movie of all time.
Is it? Did
I
you know
thought
what?
Raw
To be
was
fair, it's a good show. It's a good show.
not that the bar is particularly high, but still. Anyway, Raw. I think it was a pretty good episode off of Backlash. I think Raw is lacking a little bit in the in-ring department of the show. I don't think there's enough depth in the card and in the division, and especially when I think for the 11th week in a row we have a Roman Reigns talking segment main event.
He hasn't had a match on Raw since the 5th of January, by the way.
Hasn't had a match on Raw since the 5th of January. But the other thing is he's the biggest star of the show, right? I totally understand that, totally agree with that. So have him wrestle. A, because he's the biggest star of the show, but also because he's the champion. And he has swore, no, Ted, I will not be a part-time champion. I will not be a part-time champion. I will show up and I will wrestle. He's got the month of June off somehow. Must have saved up his annual leave or something. No explanation for it.
I'd say you put that in like, I will take your pay cut if you give me June off and still pay me.
Okay,
Something
deal.
like that.
Spit in the hand, shake hand. Yeah, Roman Reigns speaking to Adam Pearce was interesting. I think,
Where's my belt?
Yeah, everyone's always. I see people complain about Backlash because they're saying, WrestleMania and Backlash ended feuds, and like none of the feuds from WrestleMania really, apart from maybe Punk and Roman, are finished. But I think there's a lot more room to grow with Roman and Fatu, and I think they're both brilliant. And I think they had maybe little sparkles of brilliance at Backlash. So I'm hoping that continues. Rusev and Javon was a good match. It's a pity. They really need to do something with Rusev. It's amazing how, he was so brutally unhappy in AEW, and we hoped when he came back here he'd be much happier, and it turns out to be exactly the opposite. Judgment Day attacking Bryan. Yeah, I mean, dearie me.
I didn't talk about it because there was nothing to talk about. I was like, I don't want it.
Yeah, nothing to talk about. Not a great promo. Liv Morgan is a terrible promo. Unfortunately, the two girls beside her are much better. I've seen people say it was a little insensitive that Roxanne Perez mentioned some of Paige's drama over the years.
Good, to be honest, Sean.
Yeah, but like in the position that she's in, as the fourth.
I think they have to ask permission to do that now. I think
they definitely would have.
Yeah, they'd have to ask for permission.
I'm not saying
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I was offended by it. I couldn't care less, but I did see some people on Twitter, which I mean is meaningless because, as I used to say, you could win the lottery on their behalf and they'd still find a reason to hate you. It's very much that tweet where like you can say you don't like pancakes and then someone goes, "Oh, so you don't like waffles," kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think the feud is heated enough nor interesting enough to kind of go for the low hanging fruit. But we'll have to see. I think really we're just waiting for Nikki Bella to recover. Sol Ruka and Io Sky was a really, really good match, but unfortunately, I just found, and you could say this for pretty much the entire show, I really didn't think the crowd were into this. I thought they were very, very quiet for most of it.
Which is a shame, though, isn't it? It is a shame.
Because I think Sol Ruka and Io Sky are brilliant. It was so weird how they were pretty silent the whole match. Then Sol Ruka did that awesome cartwheel DDT, and then the "This is awesome" chant started erupting. They just wanted a cartwheel. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, Sol Ruka continues to impress. Io Sky looked great as always. Obafemi beating Los Garza. Look, I know we're building Obafemi, but really, how big of a build in this day and age can you give him, apart from squashing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and retiring him? I don't think these open challenges. Now, eventually, what's going to happen is someone who actually, someone who isn't in catering and we actually remember and know and go, oh yeah, he is employed here, is going to answer it, and there's going to be a feud. But I wonder just how much longer are we going to get these squash matches? And speaking of Los Garza, they teased. Now, I did check just before we came on the air. They are both still listed on the WB's active page, on the roster page. But both of them have posted black screens.
Yeah,
And
they're due to go. The contract is up, I think, soon.
yeah, so this might have been the way to write them off. So we'll have to see. El Grande versus Dominic, I thought was pretty cool. Isn't it amazing how like the El Grande Americano feud here is the most nothing, forgettable, boring, but then in Mexico it's legit.
You draw 50,000 for it.
It is
Right, you're easy.
legit. Austin
Well, I
Rock
think
Mania 17.
I think we're going to benefit from this. We're going to benefit from this when we get Chad Gable back in June. And
Yeah.
and the beauty of that whole thing about Chad Gable coming back is they're going to bring up the Americano thing. He's going to be like, "What are you talking about? I have no idea what they're talking about."
Yeah.
And he's just going to completely disregard it, and he's got to move forward, and we're going to love him for it.
Yeah.
I'm actually jealous
Anyway, Sean, sorry.
of the passion that the Mexican fans have, because like when you look at some of the Mexican promotions, like the fans are so rabid for their wrestling. It almost makes me jealous of the crowds that they get at their events.
Yeah.
You know, even when you're watching on YouTube or whatever, it's like Sean hit the nail on the head. Like you could basically put Rock Austin in there is what this Americano like feud is.
It's incredible, and it's a testament to both Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser how great workers they are, that they took a really stupid gimmick that's terrible, and they did here in the West at one point, but now in Mexico have gotten it so over
Yeah, it's
to the
crazy.
point where it's incredible. Nice shirt, Brent. And then the main event, Fatu destroying Roman and the Usos. Yeah, it had to happen. They have to make Jacob Fatu come across as not just a threat to
Believable.
Roman's title, but pretty much a threat to the company, a dangerous, uncaged, wild, psychotic animal. And they say the thing about animals is when they're wounded, they're at their most dangerous. And I
Sean,
really
question
think-
for you.
Yes.
Do you think they should? This is just tapping into your fetish for ECW, but I know.
Delish.
Um,
I had food beforehand.
would you have Jacob escorted in handcuffs or something similar to one of these matches, or would you have, like, as part of a storyline, would you have him kind of portrayed as this, as you said, maniac, could be trouble to Raw? I wouldn't say have him shackled and chained, but have him like escorted to the ring and escorted from the ring after matches. Would you lean into that, or would you just keep it on storyline and keep it to just talk?
I could see it working, but then again, he's 6'2", 245 pounds, moves like he's 30 pounds, and he does the tongue and death grip, and he's Samoan. That alone should terrify you. And the last two people that were in shackles, I remember, was Sabu, and he was great, but apparently it was hard to do. And the other one was John Heidenreich, and he bummed Michael Cole. Now he works in a department store.
That's very true. He did in one of those moments in a dark corridor we don't like to remember.
Yeah, but the thing is, I remember Jacob Fatu when he debuted. It was a 6-man tag at Money in the Bank. It was himself and the Bloodline against whoever the mid-card babyfaces were at that point. But they made him out to be a serial killer, like a monster we haven't seen in a long time. A werewolf.
That was
literally a Samoan, as if being a tall Samoan who can do a triple jump moonsault isn't scary enough. The fact that he can now also, just destroy Roman Reigns. Like, Roman Reigns is the biggest star of the company. And Jacob
Fair
Fatu
play to him for
just
putting him over,
destroys
though.
him.
Fair play to Reigns for putting Jacob over in the way he has in the last couple of weeks. Like,
Totally. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I think they should make Jacob be scarier. Because when he became babyface, I think he kind of lost his edge. He was more like a cool badass rather than like a monster, rather than a Samoan werewolf. So we'll have to see where that goes. I imagine Fatu beats Roman up a little bit more, and then he beats up the Usos, and they have another match, which Roman wins again, because Roman wins lol. We'll have to see. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty good episode of Raw. I'd give it maybe a 3 out of 5 if I was asked to rank, which I wasn't, but there you go. I think it's light years better than SmackDown, though, and hopefully we can continue this trend of pretty good episodes all the way to Italy and Saturday night's main event.
just want to give a big hello to the chat. I know
first of all,
said hello, so big up chat.
First of all,
Hello.
SmackDown's a great show, so jot that down. And the people that do the SmackDown show on the upper tier, great people.
SmackDown
so
might be a
no,
great show,
Bren.
Bren. The review show is great. The show itself may not be.
Yeah, no, Bren, the SmackDown show is great. The SmackDown show is literally the worst thing that is being produced by a major wrestling company.
Can I just say, Dave, I don't think bringing them down in handcuffs I don't think that works in this day and age. I know it kind of taps into the ECW thing. I do think that they're going towards
it might lean too. It might be too Trump.
So
it might be too Trump for today's audiences, I guess.
yeah. So, but look, not a bad shout. Keith, what did you think of Raw?
Yeah, Raw had a lot of good points about it. I thought the highlight of it was Sol Ruka and Io Sky. I thought that was a really good match. Even said that to Dave when I was watching it. I kind of agree with Sean, to be honest with you, when you're saying about Roman. Like, I would like to see something different with Roman. Like, even if we just have like a 5-10 minute match or something, it's just getting a bit jarring, just doing promos all the time, every week when he's on it. But it's nice to see him every week, though.
Are you indicating that you didn't enjoy that promo? Because I thought it was
brilliant.
No,
I did. I did. I did enjoy it. Like, I love the build up when he came out of the car and Jey Uso was like trying to, calm him down and not actually bring out. It was very cool. But I still would like him to have a match, to be quite honest with you, just to do something different.
Problem is, who do you put him up against? I mean, because he's so engrossed in the storyline, who do you give Roman a match against that's actually making it relevant? You can't just throw someone at him just for the sake of having a match and he gets injured and then,
Well, the match doesn't have to be that long, like, in a sense. It could be like a 5
But who? But who do, like, because he's so deep in this storyline, there's no one really in the back that you can give him a match that would be relevant to anything. It would just literally be like, oh, here's Roman versus blah, blah, blah.
We can do solo. Like solo or something.
Unless they have an original idea. So say the Roman Reigns Open Challenge. Has that been done at the moment?
Jeez, I don't
No?
I don't think you need another Open Challenge. Yeah, the Liv Morgan and Roxanne thing, I'm interested in that, but I'm curious to see where it's going to go. I do think Roxanne is going to be the Money in the Bank winner, and I think she's going to cash in.
It's a good show.
So I think that's what probably happened there. I do miss Stephanie Vaquer, lads. Jesus, like, oh,
she's fine. You got the pictures and private time in your room. You'll be fine.
I know.
Wow. Calm down, Keith. The way you said that, I do miss Stephanie.
I was enjoying the
story. Stop. The guy's like,
I was enjoying like the storyline between the two, like, like, I don't really care for the Los Americanos thing. I don't really give a shit about that, to be honest, lads. Sorry. It's just not for me.
He's not a Puritan. You're not Puritan.
That match was brilliant.
Look, the build-up for it was good on Raw.
insane.
I give it that, right? It was. But the storyline I just don't give a shit about. I really don't care about it, Brent, to be honest with you.
I do love the fact that the match was only set up on Raw, but they had the backstage promos ready. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
No, like, overall, it was a good Raw. Like, I'm interested. Actually, the ending was good. What they did, when the credits came up, and then you thought actual Raw was ending, and then you saying disgusting bastard, Raw.
Look at that. Look.
Keith. Not Keith. Dave. Look. He has fucking burger flavor. Who's sitting around the table going, do you know what the world needs? Burger flavor Pringles. That's what the world needs.
Well, it's my favorite burger from Burger King, so it's relevant to me. Anyway, sorry, Keith, go ahead.
I love the ending of it when the credits came up.
So Burger King. Sorry.
Go on. Get your rant in. Go on.
He's been waiting for this.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I love the ending of it where the credits came up and we thought the Raw was going to end.
Shut up, you. Whoever that is.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, lad. I love the ending of it with the credits, all right? And then he's walking off, and I thought the show was going to end, but then he ends up going back and puts him through the whole barricade. I thought that was pretty cool, to be honest. Like, I am intrigued to see how far this is going to go. I don't know if it's going to go as far as SummerSlam, but I'm enjoying it so far, this rivalry between the two. And I'll shut up now. Go on, Brent. Say, go and have a rant.
No, come here. I'm here, lads.
I didn't mention Obafemi because I know Niall wants to talk about that.
And it's Blanche, by the way, not Finglas. I may be in Finglas now, but I'm from Blanche, born and bred. Blanche blood runs through my veins. Lads, you said everything about Raw that I could possibly say.
From Coolmine. He's lying. He's from Coolmine.
Point about it. Coolmine, it's not Google Maps is wrong. How about that, numbnuts?
Coolmine.
Right? I'll jump over to Edinburgh and I'll kick the bollocks out of you.
Coolmine. Anyway, carry on.
Come here, right? So look, I thought you said everything about Raw. I'm gonna throw in a few. I'm not gonna. I don't have the power to throw in the comments. So I'm just gonna go in real quick. They're talking about this program with
what's that about?
Paddy McGuinness is in it. I don't know. It's
Some
a UK thing.
Big Break, it's
I
called.
have heard of it
Big
before.
Break. I have no idea what it is.
It's
Something
not
like
this,
that.
but I
Noel
do
will
know.
be back in a few
Yeah.
minutes, and we'll go through the comments.
Ed,
then. But
Ed,
before we do,
you've been on before. I remember you being on before. How's it going there, Ed? Sorry, Brent.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
not met Ed
right.
properly before.
Yeah, I was on and
Dave,
then I
if
was
you
gone.
weren't half an hour late, you probably would have got sailed out at the start when we're doing the
Yeah,
intro.
I'm saying hello now.
Dave, what did you think
Ed.
of Backlash since we didn't get to you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave, what did you
You're
think
the
of
only
Backlash?
Dave here.
Well, to be fair, you know what? I'll say the same thing I always say, and that's when you're doing the watch along, it's always better when you have when you're doing the watch along while watching it, because there's an additional bit of crack and entertainment.
Totally
So
agree.
I'm a little bit biased there, because regardless of how good the matches were, it was decent. To be fair, with the short amount of time we had between the two pay-per-views, it was actually pretty decent. I enjoyed it. But again, the crack on the watch along is always just adds to it. A whole other layer. Ed looks like
There's two.
Fred Durst's drug addicted cousin. But
And
this
the
is
hat
beside
matches
the
the
point.
T-shirt, the color code, and that's phenomenal.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Ed,
to
I
Ed
love
in
the
a
look, though.
second, but before
Totally
we
Fred
do,
Durst. I'm
there's
loving it.
we have two watch alongs coming up. We're doing a watch along for Saturday night main event, and we're also doing a watch along for Clash in Italy, which should have been Clash in the Coliseum. They missed out on an opportunity there. Now, Noel's going to be back in a few minutes. Before he comes back, Ed, talk to me about the Open Challenge, right? This Obafemi Open Challenge, right? How do you feel about the Open Challenge? How do you feel about Obafemi overall? How do you feel about his run? What do you think of the? Go on.
With Obafemi, I think what's going to happen to him is going to same thing that happened to Sheamus back in 2006. Pushed to the top too quick, and then he has nowhere else to go but down. Like, no one wanted to do the Open Challenge, so he went in and grabs the two lads. You know what I mean? I thought that was fucking brutal, being honest with you. Like, you know what I mean? You know, they're trying to make him strong, but now, to me, it just looked like, yeah, no one cares enough about the Open Challenge. You know, I don't know. I love Brock Lesnar. I was a big Brock Lesnar. It was great to see Brock Lesnar put Obafemi over. But you think once he beats Brock Lesnar, that should be the end of the Open Challenge, and he should be going towards like even the IC title at this stage, doing something instead of these Open Challenge stuff. You know what I mean?
It's very jarring, isn't it?
Mm.
That's what I think.
Well,
but how many more weeks can we get of this? That's the
they-
thing.
But this is the point, Keith. I think they're going to get so far that it's going to get to a point where it's going to start getting booed very heavily from the start. This is another case of WWE either taking something too far, not acting fast enough,
Or
acting
peak
too
too
quick,
soon.
like Ed said, and peaking too soon. Yeah. No, what say you?
Raw. Where do I begin?
Yeah, Raw. And
Absolute pony. Well, if you want to talk to me, if you want me to talk about Obafemi specifically, I spoke about a month ago or whatever it was, 6 weeks ago, and I said that I think they were pushing him too quick into that prominent position. And I said maybe the way to go at WrestleMania is that Brock Lesnar beats him, and then he gets the win back in Minnesota at SummerSlam over Brock if that had panned out the way we wanted it to pan out. These Open Challenges are just jarring at this stage. I said it and I predicted it that they would make an absolute balls of this, and they are making an absolute balls of this. What does he do next week? Does he grab all Danhausen's minions and drag them out to the ring, beat the fuck out of them now? Or like he's after this week is absolutely the epitome of what WWE thinks of tag team wrestling. When he goes backstage and grabs the two fucking boys and drags them out to the ring and does his thing on them and stuff like that. It's just crap. Last week it was Otis, and I can't even remember the first week because I don't even care. It's just crap. You know what I mean? This guy is coming off. He's after retiring, basically, the beast, Brock Lesnar. And as Ed said, where'd you go from there? But what's the fucking plan? What was the plan from creative? What plan had they got? What were they thinking of doing? Like, you know what I mean? What do you do next? You bring him out next week as a Tasawa. Then the following week is a 3 lads from the Performance Center. Is the week after that, does he grab 4 lads out of NXT? Like, where does this end?
Do you remember
Where
the
does it
local
culminate
talent
and
things
stuff
they
like
used
that?
to do?
Yeah, but it's just, drag some lad out of the crowd and beat the piss out of him and all. Like, it's just the whole thing is just so jarring. And I predicted this. I told you that they would make an absolute balls of this. And it was hard enough to get over the hokey shit as it is. This guy is an absolute destroyer. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's a really, really good wrestler. And he's a big dude. He's really, really marketable as well. And he's walking out with a set of brown balls around his neck, 40 fucking arms, doing a hokey fucking dance down to the ring. And it's just,
They
I
look
told you,
varnished
this is
this week as
Apollo
well. They
Crews.
look varnished.
This is Apollo Crews 2.0 again. And it's just nonsense. This guy is going to find himself very quickly back in catering and very quickly back on NXT. And it'll be a shame because it'll be just representative again of WWE making an absolute balls of the potential of a great guy. We've seen it. Look at what they did with Bobby Lashley. How is Bobby Lashley not a mega superstar in the world of wrestling? Because WWE don't know how to do these guys. They don't know how to make these guys proper, you know? Look at Apollo Crews. Look at even the shit show they were doing with Biggie before he got injured, when Biggie came out of the New Day. They just can't. Creatively, they have no idea how to deal with these guys. And then they expect us to sit here and go, okay, Otis to sell or whatever it is. Now they grab the two boys out back. So those two boys now, they may as well have just been on the release list at this stage, because they've just been dragged out of the ring and manhandled for no reason. All two guys, two really, really good wrestlers and really, really good athletes as well. And again, they just shit on the tag team wrestling again. Grab those two guys out back. So grab anyone. It's just so jarring. And even the way Ross,
they could be gone.
yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, and for no reason at all, except for WWE can't wrap its head around how to book tag team wrestling and the art that's within the art that I call it. It's so jarring. It's so jarring, you know what I mean? And it's just, these open challenges again is just bullshit, lazy, creative again, where they just don't want to do what should be doing, actually think out of the box and book it. And I've a lot more to say as well. I didn't like as well the opening when we had the Vision in there. The Vision at the moment, whatever way they're booking them, they're dying. And not only are they dying, Rollins comes out and he attacks Braun Breaker. So are the refs not working within the rules anymore? There's no DQs. There's now all 6-man tag matches now, all no DQ or something like that. Like, we just let it slide. We seen it at Backlash with the fucking turnbuckle as well. He was only short to shove the turnbuckle down the fucking ref's trap at one stage. You know what I mean? So this is just a little bit weird. You know what I mean, for me? Then you have Raquel, of course, Paige only back in the company, and then you have Raquel alluding to the scandals. So, like, if you're a 12-year-old kid or a 15-year-old kid watching this show, you're going to go on to Google WWE Paige scandals, and boy Jesus, is your kid going to get a knife up. Like, why would you even lean on that? Why would you lean on that and bring that into a promo? We've seen that it goes to shit when it was Tiffany and Charlotte. Those things shouldn't be even mentioned. And it's crazy that's where you go. I thought yeah, and I thought Roxanne, was really good in the way she was doing the promo and leaning on the kind of older age and all that kind of thing and stuff like that and all. And then the one comes out of nowhere, but when's your next scandal, you know? So now everyone's going online and like most of us, let's be honest here, have seen it. We know what went down and stuff like that and all. But like, you don't need to be leaning into that now when you might have a new Rod. Paige has been away for a while, you know what I mean? And then I have to talk about this bloodline. Everyone knows that I'm a big fan of the bloodline. I'm a big fan of those Samoan guys and stuff like that and all, you know? But is smashing up an announcer's table now the new fucking headlock or something? Because it's still my fucking head in.
It's a weekly thing now, yeah.
Every fucking match, you're either getting speared through a fucking hokey barrier, or else you're getting smashed down through a fucking announcer's table. And it's the same week in, week out. It's so diluted now.
It's losing its pop because like the super kick and every move.
It's just we're sitting there waiting for it. Yeah, and not only is it's nearly every match at this stage. At the end of every show now, just all the tables are in smithereens. Like, so, like, what's going on here? Like, it's just, how are they booking this? And I read the thing today, and it's actually true. For the last 13 weeks on Raw, it hasn't finished with just the end of a match.
Yep,
it's always been some hokey angle or hokey promo or something that's going on. For the last 13 weeks of Raw, the show hasn't finished on a match. Jesus. How are they going to get us to keep on coming back? Remember when we used to watch Raw and they'd leave us hanging and we were fucking waiting with bated breath 7 days to get to the next Raw or the next SmackDown or whatever it is. Now we know we're just going to end up with bodies everywhere, tables and fucking smithereens and barriers wrecked. And it's the same week in, week out.
It's the same things up all the time. That's every week.
Yeah, I mean the good thing about the other night is he was sent absolutely into orbit out through the fucking ring ropes, which was fantastic. You know what I mean? And actually sold it like a champ as well, because we know he's a wrestler. But it was such a jarring episode of Raw and stuff like that and all. You know, it just did my head in at times. You know, even I mean, Anto's mentioning Theory in there. Like who wants to open up the opening segment of Raw with Austin Theory pulling a promo? And you know what I found about the Vision as well, and I noticed it this week as well, and I hate to say this as well because I'm a mega fan of this guy. They're actually beginning to drag Heyman down to their level.
Wow.
Because he's actually starting to level out with them, and it's really, really weird and a little bit jarring as well, because you know yourself, even if the faction isn't quite gelling the way we want and things aren't going the way we want, we know we can always lean on Heyman to do something to pull it around, lift it up, relift it, and get us back interest again. He's even starting to sound a little bit fucking jaded by this. So I don't know whether that's the way to open up Raw at all. You know what I mean? I think, what was the conversation I seen today? People said that the Vision now are actually looking mid-card, and Heyman is looking mid-card with them now by association.
Imagine saying that.
That's a statement. That's a statement. And everyone knows I like Logan Paul, and I'm not against Austin Theory either. But Jesus, it's so bang average.
I'm kind of checking out Austin Theory.
It really annoyed this Raw. Just really annoyed me. Just really, really annoyed me. You know what I mean? Sorry about missing there for a few minutes as well, folks. I'm sorry to come back with such negativity, as they say. You know, Sol Ruka, I thought with Io Sky, I thought was brilliant. Sol Ruka, we know, was a star. Io Sky, I did like that segment with Io Sky as well, where Asuka nearly passed the torch and said, "It's now in your hands now," and the walking off and the emotion of that, I thought was really, really cool. As you said, I thought like the cool thing as well, the AAA, the mega belt being defended on Raw, it was also defended on Dynamite at one stage, the only belt that's ever been defended on both. That's really, really cool and stuff like that. Dom, we know how good Dom is. Dom's just quality.
They haven't really been doing much of it.
We're all waiting
Also,
with bated breath.
Just on that belt, am I? Did I hear right that they've only ever had 14 champions for that belt? That's prestige. That is absolute prestige.
Yep.
That's incredible. And I didn't know it was defended on the Indies AEW. I didn't know it was defended on the Indies and AEW. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry, go on. I heard they had a wrestling match on a golf course last week. Fuck me.
Class it was.
Great fun.
Absolute class.
Won't hear it. I like real wrestling.
Can't be watching wrestlers backdropping each other into fucking golf bunkers. Let's be honest here. You know what I mean? You have to draw the line.
Yes.
Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Anyway,
Think
anyone
about
else
it,
want to
Sharon.
talk about Raw? Anything else that how you feel about what I said? I don't mind whatever.
I kind of checked out on Austin Theory, to be honest with you. I just think he's not
But
good.
Keith, we said it. We said as soon as it was revealed, as soon as it was dragged out, that to me was the beginning of the end of Division. They had a bad foundation. And let's face it, it's been shaky from the start. They've not been consistent yet. Division should be gone. You want to talk mid card? They are the leaders of the mid card mafia at the moment. Division should be fucking out of here.
So,
Absolutely horrendous.
Is this going to be like another version of Edge when he goes after the Judgment Day? Is this going to like prolong for fucking ages?
Keith, they just need to they need to kill it. And I think they need to kill it ASAP. But the tag titles and the Street Profits, get that done yesterday. Let Logan Paul ride off into the sunset because he has a massively bright future. Austin Theory, I'm afraid I take him off the television and I'd repackage him completely. That's what I do with Austin Theory.
How many times are you going to repackage him though?
Yeah,
doesn't matter. He needs to be salvaged now. He needs to be salvaged now because if he continues the way he is, next year we're going to be talking about his release on this podcast. That's it. He'll be gone.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just.
I wonder what the whole Oba Femi thing.
I think
are they just waiting for the Roman Reigns and Oba Femi thing, and that's why they're doing this open challenge because they just have no plans for him, and they want to do the Roman and Oba Femi thing for SummerSlam.
Well, at this stage, Keith, it's been dragged out. Like, I'm an Oba Femi guy. I really like Oba Femi. I have high hopes for him. But even
did you buy his t-shirt? Did you buy the t-shirt?
I told you, Dave, I'm not going to buy a t-shirt where I'm walking around with it looks like brown balls around my neck. I'm not going to do that. I don't want any colour balls around my neck, and I'm certainly not going to do that. Now, take the brown balls off the neck. I might buy the T-shirt. It looks nice. So, Niall, if you get another Obafemi T-shirt with no brown balls around the neck, I'll 100% buy it because I'm an Obafemi guy. But this open challenge needs to go. Like, Niall, you're dead right. And to piss again on why we see it every week on a dying, on its fucking last two legs, tag division. Ridiculous. Anyway, look, we've done Raw to death. Sorry, I didn't mean.
And look at the direction it's going now. With Maxine probably going off with the vision now. We seen the car situation stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that. What are they going to do now? Is Otis going to get released now, and Tasawa's going to get released now? And like, what are they doing here? You know what I mean? Where is this all going and stuff like that? I think with the vision, I think they could still rescue it, but I think creative needs to kick up the backside. They're shocking, like shocking the way they're writing stuff at the moment. It's so lazy, it's untrue. It's so,
with the
so
assistance of ChatGPT.
Dave, I'd write something better.
Jesus Christ, I'm sure if any was good, surely ChatGPT must be producing better than that. There's no way ChatGPT is telling you to put Obafemi against Otis after coming off the back of a WrestleMania win, returning Brock Lesnar. Not even ChatGPT is that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
ChatGPT.
I agree.
It's just nonsense, like, you know what I mean? It's just pure absolute nonsense at the moment.
I did like the Becky
and I'm worried even about this bloodline.
She was there for like 2 seconds. It was deadly.
I'm even worried. I'm even worried about this bloodline situation. I'm a big bloodline fan and stuff like that, but I'm worried about this rendition of it as well. Because I think if they push Jacob Fatu too quick as well, I think we might have a problem, because we've seen what happened with Solo when he bet John Cena to get the rub at Crown Jewel, and then he went into obscurity for an absolute year after that.
So that was Solo
as well about.
Well, I don't think he can afford another loss, can he, Miles?
Solo's an extremely talented guy. Don't sleep on Solo. Solo has shown us elements in the last year of what his potential is and stuff like that.
It's hilarious.
It's just, again, its creative are just an absolute disaster. And like, you think about it, let's suppose Jacob Fatu, let's suppose we run this to SummerSlam for argument's sake. Let's suppose Jacob Fatu wins the belt at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns. Roman goes off for a little while, a little hiatus, wherever he gets up to and stuff like that. No. What are they going to do with Jacob then? Where does it go? And this is the problem. But if he goes up against Braun Breaker, that's going to be the shortest title run ever, because we know that they believe Braun Breaker is absolute golden money. So if he goes up against Braun Breaker is going to win.
If that's the case, would he?
Say that again, Ed.
Yeah. But it's
probably really good to take the main event Jey Uso if that's the case, you know.
Well, look at what happened with Jey Uso. They pushed Jey Uso, was so over the yeet movement. He was shot to the moon, gets the world heavyweight belt. Creative, absolutely destroy him. Then destroy him.
It's like their plan to peak at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but like, you have to have, like, if this is your plan up to WrestleMania, sure, you have to be thinking, right, what am I going to do with these guys now? I've shot them to the moon. As they say in their shows, we've put the rocket on them. So, like, what do you do then? Where do you go then and stuff like that? And how do you
go to ChatGPT? Generate me 2 months of television.
It's just like, you know what's going to happen then is one of these guys just going to get choked out career ending against Gunther kind of thing, and like it's nonsense. And like, is Gunther going to pick up the belt at Clash? Is that the plan?
I think
it's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that. I think he might be. That's so weird.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
I genuinely I think he's beating Cody. I think there's shenanigans somewhere and he's beating Cody, and we're going to be watching it live. It's going to be weird. And
we know, again, through creative as well, his run with the top belt has been horrific. His IC run was amazing.
Oh yeah,
you know.
World heavyweight was okay. There was no depth in the division.
It was horrific, man. Horrific.
Well, I think this career killer has been an anchor on him. It's been a complete anchor on him, because it's, as I said a few weeks ago, it's pigeonholed him, and because it pigeonholed him, it's like, no, he's going to go up against Rey Mysterio, isn't he? Yeah, he was out. I'm surprised he didn't come out and choke out Asuka before she left. Do you know what I mean?
But you know what it is with creative as well. They've gone back to the well again. They've turned around and said, you know, in 22 and 23, we had the honorary use, we had the bloodline, we had that massive wave of the bloodline. let's go back there again and revisit that again, because to be honest, we're all in the room here and none of us have any fucking creative ideas. We're lost. You know what I mean? So let's go back there again. I don't know whether going back to that Bloodline situation again, I'm not sure whether that's the way to go. And I'm a huge Bloodline fan, and I'm a massive Roman Reigns fan, and Jacob Fatu, the Usos, all those boys, Solo and all. I'm in on those guys. But I don't know going back in this way is the way to go. You know what I mean? And I suppose the difficulty here as well at the moment is there's so much shit going on in the background between releases and contracts and salaries and all this stuff going on as well. It's like as if they're performing nearly in a pissed off way, nearly throwing shade at TKO. We spoke about it last week on the show. You get the feeling sometimes with the promos and with the wrestling and the style and all, there's a little bit of a subliminal message there being sent and stuff like that and all, you know.
Deservedly.
It's just weird. Kevin Nash was talking about it the other day.
Yeah,
I popped Kevin Nash.
I popped his comment in the chat.
TKO's interference.
Yeah, I popped it in the chat.
Yeah, and it was like kind of like these guys need to fuck off and mind their own business and let Triple H get on with it. You know,
Everybody,
and I think that's maybe the case.
He's right,
there's so much interference at the moment.
A few months ago we talked about TKO getting involved, and I said it's very, very, very like WCW in 99, 2000, and now people are starting to make that comparison, where the top execs who don't know enough about wrestling, don't know much about wrestling, they just know who sells what and who does what.
Yeah.
They're getting involved, and look what happened to WCW. Now look, WWE is a monster. It's not going to happen to WWE, but Jesus Christ,
it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah.
WCW, their fall off the cliff needs to be studied by WWE specifically, and actually somebody up in TKO, because this is what's happening at the moment, and it's eerily similar to what happened at the end of WCW.
Here's a question for you: if they're going to continue on with the Samoa Joe, Jacob Fatu, and Roman Reigns, I don't think Jacob could afford another loss. To be quite honest with you, if they're going to continue on with this.
Well, depends on the loss.
It depends on the manner of it. Yeah.
Depends on the loss. Like ultimately, they're going to go down this road. Ultimately, Jacob's eventually going to get the belt. Be it at whatever it is. I don't know what Roman. I know there's problems there contractually and stuff like that. And there's a lot of mud flinging back and forward about the June dates and all this kind of stuff and all. And he's not happy and all this kind of thing and all. But ultimately, it looks like they've decided Jacob is the guy.
And I'm happy with that.
Now, when Jacob becomes the champ, then there's only but Keith, again, you know, sometimes you look much better in the chase for the title than you do in
look
the
at
title.
Cody.
Like, let's be honest. Cody Rhodes was 10 times the star he is now when he was chasing that.
Would you not think he'd be good,
we were all behind him, and we felt that. You know,
he doesn't have the aura. The extent of aura.
I think there's certain things he lacks. Now, can he get there? Absolutely. Will creative allow him? I don't know. What are they going to do? If this kind of falls or wobbles a little bit when it happens, are they going to go down the road of Jey Uso and go, well, we put him in the spotlight and he panicked, he couldn't handle it type of thing, you know what I mean? Is this what's going to happen? Or what are they going to do? Are they going to put him up against Alba Femi and he's going to go in as a wrecking machine and beat Jacob Fatu?
Do you think it's the inexperience with Triple H being a booker, that he's not fully experienced? Of
course he's experienced. He's done the black and gold at NXT. He's got
but this is different, Dave.
Keith, he knows better. He knows better. Like him and he grew up, but like him and Sean like had a hand in booking in the late 90s and early 2000s and all that. He knows better, and he used to comment on stuff like this. And he used to like, I don't think it's that at all, man. Then? We're getting this garbage because it's not just him.
Yeah, Keith, you got to remember, you got to remember in the tail end of Triple H's NXT. You got to remember when McMahon was starting to stick his nose in and wasn't happy because NXT was nearly becoming their show as opposed to Raw and stuff like that. And then it started getting all hokey and crazy and stuff like that. This is the same thing, except it's TKO. This is not Triple H booking this. Triple H knows well how to book this show. Triple H ain't taking Alba Femi off WrestleMania, retiring Brock Lesnar, whatever way you want to look at it, and then put him in there in an open challenge against the like of Otis and
it's overshadowing UFC and they don't like that.
Or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just really, really, it's a different business. And I think TKO are just, I don't know what they're doing. I think there's a huge influence in there at the moment. For me, I think in those creative meetings, and I don't know whether we'll ever get to see it. I get the feeling there's a TKO guy sitting in those meetings.
100%. 100%.
Whoever's rallying on Twitter, they think is the next guy. I want Jacob to totally succeed. I'm a Jacob Fatu fan, but I just it's not that I'm worried about whether they're capable. I'm worried about what shit will be thrown at them when they arrive there. That's the
I
problem.
wonder if we'll get to a
we
point with
know
Triple H if he gets
it's
too
a bit-
much with it for him and he just ends up bailing or something. If he's not going to get his word around, like,
That's never going to happen. That's not going to happen.
He's in too deep.
Think about it. That guy nearly died a few years ago, and he came back into that melting pot to take that company over
yeah,
in a really, really difficult situation and a really difficult environment surrounding Vince and all that kind of stuff, and the merger and the takeover and all the other stuff that was going on. You know, that guy should be sitting at home at a swimming pool with what he went through. He nearly died. Like,
yeah.
He's a legend.
you
And
know
whilst
what I
we're on
mean?
the
So, like,
subject,
he loves wrestling.
whilst we're on the subject, MVP can go fuck himself. Right. Continue.
Nice little
Big
segue.
Oh, I'm not having it. Who was he ever put over? When were you ever over? You dope. You fucking mid-carder, you. Sorry.
I think if you look at Triple H's record at WrestleMania, it tells it all.
100%.
Obviously, MVP is a little bit stupid that way.
Oh, I can't stand him. It's always him. It's him, Russo, the coach. Gobshites. Oh my god. I wasn't saying that when I met Russo. I was like, "Who are you? Hello, Russo."
Yeah,
my
you
God.
fucking hypocrite. Jesus. Hi, Mr.
Pussy.
Russo. Can I get a picture, Mr. Russo? Oh, sign my arse, Mr. Russo.
Hey,
Kiss
Dave.
my arse, Mr. Russo.
This was it. This was back in 2005. All right.
Yeah,
Back in
and after
2005.
you-
This is where Sean.
WWE.
This is where Sean Max should be coming in here now, defending his boy.
Sorry, what?
King of the
I just-
Juggler.
He fell asleep.
I had the mic
They
muted
haven't-
when I
they
demolished
haven't-
packet of Manhattan white cheddar cheese popcorn. So
You sick
We're
bastard.
having a go
Food
off
juice
Vince
coming.
Russo, Sean.
bro, if they even
having a go
offered
off
me
in Drew.
Manhattan white cheddar cheese popcorn,
Bro.
I'd say, yeah, bro, put it
Hold
on a
a second,
poll.
bro. Hold on a second, bro.
Hold on a second, Dave, bro.
Bro.
There's nothing
This
in
is
this.
a this is a man.
Bren's
This is
a
a man.
douchebag, bro.
Have a look at what you
No,
could have won, bro.
Bro.
Bren knows what he's talking about. When Bren is consistent. I am always
Yeah.
consistent in everything.
Big
I say.
big shout out to Ripshot, by the way, as well, who was pimping us out on Chris Van Fleet the other day as well. So good stuff and all. Chris Van
Thank
Fleet
you.
was
He's always
impressed
amazing.
that we were talking
always
about and stuff
amazing.
like that.
I
So
love Ripshot.
nothing but love, Ripshot. Nothing but love.
He's just so-
There we go.
I don't know. Hopefully, you should
Yeah.
just make that sentence. Hopefully, TKO leaves. Full stop.
Yeah.
Is what I think. A lot of people.
And remember, that's coming from a guy who's a UFC guy as well.
Oh
So
yeah,
don't
they
forget
can.
that as well,
They
Sean.
can burn in hell.
You want Dana White back, don't you?
Fuck
Me
that
back.
guy.
We're still around.
Whoa, what's your beef with Dana White? What's
He's a big
Keith
trumper.
Series' beef with
He
Dana
hates,
White?
he hates wrestling, that's why.
UFC in the White House with Trump as special guest
I actually
referee.
hate
That's
wrestling.
enough.
He does. He came out and said he
He
hates
doesn't hate
wrestling.
Jesus,
wrestling.
Ted.
He came out and
Ted's
said it in
about
an
to start a
interview.
war.
He said he
Is he-
modeled
is
the
he in about-
UFC
Because
live
Ian will find
presentation
him on
afterwards.
pile driving.
What's the next topic? What's the
Oh,
next
okay.
topic now? What have we got next up there on the old
Well,
slidey slide?
Well,
Sorry about
unless you want to update us on the round of golf that Darby Allin and all had, I don't know.
Yeah, it was great.
and
Pac versus Darby
I
Allin.
do have Sean. Oh, hang on before you start, Sean. I do have some nice history tonight, and I have quite a glut of notable birthdays as well. Believe it or not.
Is that so?
There we go. Yeah, I do.
I
Yeah,
await
I
it
do.
with bated breath.
do.
I await it with white
Mm.
cheddar cheese, Manhattan popcorn breath.
I'm sure Russo would have got a hard candy cane looking at that. What
The
a
gingerbread man would
Russo,
have joined the end.
Russo would have been in the costume. Let's not get it twisted here. He would have booked himself. And not only booked himself, he would have turned on Trick Williams and put the US belt on himself. No
And Trick,
problem.
Trick Williams would have joined the
tell me.
NWO.
That's it, yeah. The NW bro.
Ah!
Let's talk about.
Bro.
Right, Dave, give us a
Yes.
little bit of AEW there.
Yeah, so AEW's come back to Glasgow. The Thursday, there's a Wednesday before All In, which is great. I'm still not sure whether I'm going or not. But
You'll
Winning,
go.
winning comment of the night, by the way.
oh yeah, Darby Allin's building an iron.
Minor.
Right, absolutely is. Yeah, I'm glad that I come back to Glasgow because they got a really good crowd last time. I think it was something around the lines of 12,000 in the Hydro for the last Collision Dynamite combo. So, I mean, look, it's value for money if you want it. It cost me 30 quid for both shows last time. You know, and it was just you got ROH, you got Collision, you got Dynamite for 30 quid. And then All In, as Bren knows, Bren got the tickets. All In wasn't too expensive either. What was it, 50 quid? 30 quid, 50 quid?
It was 30 pounds each. So
there you go. You know what I mean?
Peanuts.
And the seats are actually half decent as well. You're looking right at the ramp and the ring and everything.
We're sitting in the upper tier. Yeah.
So
go figure.
Yeah, it's going to be a good August because I think I will probably do the Dynamite and Collision combo again before All In, and it'll be the first time I've actually done a show before the actual pay-per-view, which is pretty cool. I've never done that before. But yeah, let's talk about the Fairway to Hell, which has gone viral on X. Look, I'd be a hypocrite if I say I didn't like it after saying I love the Danhausen Midget Fest. Because it would just be stupid to say that I hated one and didn't like the other. I actually was really entertained by this, and the reason for it was because you just don't see this shit anymore. And it was just for it is what it is, and for what it was, I really enjoyed it. They made the most out of it. I thought the backdrop was actually fucking sensational. Just looking at it, I was like, are they wrestling on the 18th hole at the US Masters? I was like, this is class. Like, it was something a bit different, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I actually did enjoy it. I watched the whole thing. I thought it was great. As I said, I love the midget fest on Backlash. So,
you really got to stop saying midget.
Bye, Keith.
I'm back here.
The midget fest.
Can't say midget. 2026. Can't say midget.
God, that was essentially the juniors division. If they brought it back, they called it the midget fest.
Ed, what's your view, Ed? Do you watch any AEW at all, or are you purely fake?
I don't watch AEW, being honest, and it's nothing to do with not watching it. It's just like not liking it. I've never watched it, and I wouldn't even know where to find it. Being honest, you know what I mean?
That's fair.
It's on a golf course at the moment.
Hey, get the whole back nine there.
You can watch the Johnny Fox's picture of you might see Darby Allin up there, backdropping lads onto fairway bunkers and stuff and all that.
To be fair, I give it a lot of stick, but I am going to All In, and before then I will catch up and I will watch it a little bit more consistency. But like yourself, Ed, exact same as yourself. In fact, do you know what? If I get myself set up with one of those very legal sticks, that's very legal. It has to be legal specifically. If I get myself set up with one of them, then I'll be able to watch it.
I know Sean. This is where Sean's going to interject and go, well, then don't be getting your membership on Triller.
Well, then don't be getting your membership on Triller.
Yeah.
Get it on my AEW instead, because apparently I was almost going to do a short about this, but I changed my mind. It turns out that AEW are suing Triller TV for $5 million of unpaid revenue.
Suing the parent company.
For unpaid revenue from pay-per-view buys and subscriptions. So we will have to see.
Well, I would love to hear more about that. So,
folks, just to let you know, he did do a short, and it's on the channel.
Not on that.
Just to let you know,
I did. Yes, I'm amazing. I'm like my shorts like tax returns. They take literally forever to come, but by God Almighty King, when you finally get them, they are worth it.
They're some of my favorite videos.
I'm surprised no wonder your camera doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
your camera doesn't work anymore. Your head's too fucking big to fit in.
Oh no, I thought you were going to say from overuse. That too, but no, I'm done college now, so you should get more shorts, hopefully a few more daily ones, and maybe a video. Who knows? Not me, but could happen.
Just film a randomer at the bus stop for 5 minutes.
There
and
I say,
post
he's about to go all in and all out, is he?
Do Vox Pops with them.
I tell you what, Sean, you should do short videos at all the attractions in Cavan.
Both of them?
Promote the town, the local supermax or whatever.
Where we have a team.
There's no supermax in Cavan. That's a
man from Blanche living in Finglas worried about having a league.
We have a KFC.
Some would say there's only one supermax in Cavan. Isn't that right, Sean?
Hey.
How long have you been dying to say that? You definitely wrote that down about 6 weeks ago. So I was asked by Supermax. Oh, this would be deadly.
Tasty and irresistible.
Supermax living in Finglas worried about having a legal stick. There we
Yeah.
go. That says
You know
it
what to
all.
say about Super Max? Tasty and irresistible. That's
it.
Super Mac. Big.
Will we
no.
take a bit of history and some notable birthdays, lads?
Mercifully, probably. Yeah. After all that.
Yeah.
Sean burned
Okay.
out his camera on OnlyFans.
Oh
With my
God.
content.
Yep, because those
There we
pubes
go.
are on fire.
Jesus. Right,
Yeah,
let's go
sorry.
then. Some history. 1995 and the
Totally
one and
unprovoked,
only
Gregory.
singles match between stunning Steve Austin and Macho Man Randy Savage. The two fought as part of a tournament for the vacant United States Championship at a WCW Saturday night taping in Atlanta, Georgia. Savage was victorious in the bout. 2013, if you're a Ring of Honor fan, you'll know this guy pretty well, and you'll remember his wars with Joe in Ring of Honor. Japanese wrestling legend Kenta Kobashi officially retired from in-ring competition in 2013. What a phenomenal performer. 1995, Sean, just for you, ECW Enter Santa Sandman took place at the ECW Arena in
I
Philadelphia,
said Enter
Pennsylvania.
Santa.
No. During
Did
the
you get that in
event,
the
the
adult
Sandman
movie section?
successfully defended the ECW World Championship twice, first against Cactus Jack and then Shane Douglas.
How the fuck was that guy a
1990
champion? Fuck me.
Because he was amazing.
Yeah.
He was on drugs against Sabu, and his first instinct was in-ring psychology.
be
Literally
fair,
the
it's more-
greatest of
it's
all
a-
time.
It is more believable than Darby Allin.
Yeah. And speaking of Enter Santa, they got Santa for a show, and he charged a very, very high rate. So no wonder the company went defunct. But oh well, nice moment.
There you go. Now
Thank
I
you,
feel
Don.
old. 1990, the year I did my leaving cert, Ole Anderson replaced Ric Flair as head booker of WCW after Flair repeatedly clashed with executive vice president Jim Herd. We know all the story about the leaving and the belt and the deposit. 1995, the very first WWF In Your House pay-per-view took place in Syracuse, New York. This event marked the start of WWE moving to a monthly pay-per-view schedule. The In Your House series was originally created as a cut price, shorter 2-hour pay-per-view, offering in the months without one of the big 5 events. Kind of feels like that now with these PLEs, doesn't it?
I love them shows. I love the In Your House pay-per-views.
Yeah, they're great.
In your housing.
And at least they had a kind of a
Make it happen.
unique end. There we go. 2021 ECW mainstay New Jack passed away at the age of 58 due to a heart attack. I think it's fair to say, Sean, I don't think he was going to go out any other way but a heart attack, in fairness.
That guy had
absolutely.
four justifiable homicides. That guy got killed. That guy killed 4 people and got away with it. Justifiable homicides. That's mental.
That's 4 that we know of.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, Niall, I asked you about his shirt earlier.
Did, and it's all getting sorted for you, don't worry.
Lovely.
1992, Mexican wrestling promotion AAA is officially launched. 1992, folks. Imagine we're here today talking on the podcast about one of the championships being held by Dom and defended in WWE. 2007, WWE released.
Sorry, go on.
The longest reigning,
the longest single reigning champion for AAA was Kenny Omega.
Wow. It's pathetic.
That is shocking. 2007, WWE released ECW Icon Sabu after around a year-long run in the promotion. For me, it was a mistake. Shouldn't happen. 1999, Stone Cold Steve Austin retained the WWF Championship against The Undertaker and Triple H in an Anything Goes triple threat match in the UK only exclusive WWF No Mercy pay-per-view from Manchester in
England.
We got to bring back the UK exclusive shows. I think they'd be great fun.
NEC,
we have them these days. They're on SmackDown, aren't they? Live on Netflix.
No.
There we go. Right. Notable birthdays coming in, folks. If you remember your IWW days, 1983, one Daisy Hayes, who did some shows back in the day for IWW, if you remember them, early 2000s. 1974, Billy Kidman. Doug Basham, 1971, who was mentioned earlier on the show. 1991, Scarlett Bordeaux. 1984, Bad Bones. 1981, Jimmy Wang Yang.
Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Hall of Famer.
1964, Glacier. 1919, 1919. That's as far back as we've gone in a long time. Dory Funk Sr.
Jesus.
1985 won Matt Cardona. 1960, a guy who I'm a massive fan of, or was a massive fan of, Dr. Death Steve Williams. Amazing.
Yes.
1955, Vader. 1958, the man, Ron Simmons. Damn.
Damn.
And a man who I only met a few weeks ago, 1957, won Kevin Von Erich. And we rounded out with the Train, 1961, Charles, the Godfather Wright.
No, I think we rounded out with the Train.
Absolutely.
Papa Shango.
Let's take a few.
Who?
Let's take a few comments.
That's Goth cousin or something.
What's happening, fellas? Hope you're all good, Eno. Hope you are good.
Hello.
Ted's in.
What's happening? Oh, Ted. The penny pinching fishing. Yeah. It's the copper wire. It's the copper wire manufacturing championships. They get two cabin lads and they fight over a penny. And whoever gets the copper wire first wins.
Sean, do you do that road bowls thing where they chuck the big metal ball down the road?
The what?
Never heard of that, no.
Jesus, Dave.
And maybe that's the bull run that they do in Spain.
Yeah, but it's just like druggies that would chase you down the road.
Yeah. Do you know how dispersive a mob in Cavan? Take up a collection.
Jesus, man.
That's great. Did you hear about the bed that collapsed in the Dublin hotel? 16 Cavan men got injured. Brutal.
Jesus.
Awful news.
There we go. And we rounded out with Dave's commenting. This restream is as slow as be damned at the moment, or maybe it's just me. Guys, Layla said good night as she's getting ready for bed. Absolutely. Good night, Layla.
Nice one. You'll play this. See you all soon.
Right, folks, that's it for another week. Ed was back with a blast. Ed, do you want to tell them what you're doing? Tell them about this marathon and where you can donate and why you're doing it and all this good stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to run the Dublin Marathon in October for the Bone Marrow Leukemia Trust. I did a podcast with Noel a couple of years back. I myself had a bone marrow transplant, and it's always good to raise money. So again, I'll put a GoFundMe page up, but I'm running for the Bone Marrow Leukemia Trust, and I'm gonna buy myself a nice t-shirt, and Stone Cold t-shirt, and Stone Cold hat, and run with me Big Eagle, and do the 42 kilometers dressed as Stone Cold. So
metal.
Yeah. Look forward to it.
I'll be positioned right at the top of that hill at Milltown, where everyone dies.
Heart Attack Hill.
That hill from Dartry to the top of Milltown.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Bram built
5 steps along beside you.
Throw a few eggs at me. Get me going, you know what I mean?
No.
Bram built that hill.
Eggs in you or eggs at you?
Like that, I'd always run out and give you a stunner and grab the belt off you.
A spear. A fucking spear, huh?
Stone Cold, he's broken.
Imagine we planned something that we staged and the guards were grabbing me and everything and all. That'd be quality, wouldn't it? Handcuff me like Stone Cold.
Be like when Gronk jumped over the barrier at Mania and that security guard stopped him.
Guys, he's my friend. He's my friend. It's not real. It's real to me. Take him away, guard. I don't know who he is.
Bran, Poco wants to know.
Folks, we will. Myself and Ed. Myself. Go ahead.
Bran, Poco wants to know when you're bringing those hoes on again.
Train. Lewis.
What were you saying, Noel? I'll be battered.
Can you imagine? Yeah, well, that's it, folks. Another show in the bag. Another week of hope, but more disappointment, I would say. Let's see what happens going forward. I will be back on Thursday with Darren. And then this Saturday, folks, we will be at the match in memory of Steve Kelly, Kelly's Heroes versus Premier League Legends. It's down in Blackrock and Stradbrook. The meet and greet is at 12 o'clock in the Noggin Inn. We'll be covering the meet and greet and the match. Yours truly got the job as announcer on the day. So you'll hear my lovely thick Dublin accent coming through that mic on the day. Nice. I think Dave might be over. Are you, Dave? Dave, you coming over?
I won't get over now. I won't, unfortunately, be able to get over. It just costs too much. Unfortunately, I don't have the money, unfortunately, to head over. I'm gutted because I would love to.
I'm going to be there anyway.
I will be there. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah.
I'm buzzing for this. I went to the last one in Ballyfermot. It was an absolute
Keen to be
cracker
there
of a
now.
day. And it was phenomenal. But look, we'll sort it out and it'll be announced on the channel. And we'll certainly be talking about it Thursday. Of course, I won't be. I'm no Johnny Football, but they will be on the football show this Thursday. Can't wait. Buzzing for it.
So just make sure, folks, keep on enjoying the shorts and the content and everything that's going up. The subs are growing all the time. If we can just uplift the watch hours a little bit, it'll be absolutely fantastic as well. Going from strength to strength in the podcast. You've seen as well that the two boys are embarking on a little bit of NBA content as well. Loads of that to come when the new season kicks off as well. The boys will be rounding out this season as well with some shorts and maybe a little video here or there or whatever. So we're spreading our wings as we go along in the upper tier here in the cheap seats as always. Maybe one day we'll able to get front row or something like that. You never know.
30 grand.
Check out the SmackDown motel and into a SmackDown hotel maybe one day. Let's see what happens. But until next time, folks, from myself, Bren, Sean, Mac, Keith, Dave, and of course Ed Lindsay, who made a great comeback tonight as well. Great to have him back on as always. We will talk to you again real soon.